Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shootas, Blood and Teef. Today we're going to be getting ourselves a right proper warg. But first I'm going to be saying thanks to these stupid gets who got this running. There should be Luna, Dr. Winter, the person who put this game on the list, which is Scion of the Emperor, and the majority shareholder, which is Shadow Machine. Thank you all very much for this run. Don't worry, I'm going to stop doing that accent immediately. I've actually played all through this game before in co-op, of course. I'm going to go ahead and get off a few things. This is an interesting game because it's by this Belgium studio who have done plenty of other games before. Here, let's look these up. I was looking at this morning because I'm sure you've heard of all of these games. Check this out. So the developer is called Rogueside. They used to be called... they are currently called Crazy Monkey Studios. My apologies. No, they're currently called Rogueside. They used to be called Crazy Monkey Studios. Anyways, they're from Belgium. And they made a game called Empire, the deck-building strategy game, for iOS. And they made something called Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Never heard of that. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2. Never heard of that. War Party. Never heard of that. Hidden Through Time. Never heard of that. Shootas, Blood, and Teef. And then Hidden Through Time 2, Myths and Magic. And they're currently working on Hidden Through Time 2, Discovery. I have no idea who these people are. And the amount of behind-the-scenes information on this game is so minuscule that I've basically got nothing to add to. Except that this is yet another example of Games Workshop's overall approach to game development, which is shotgunning the license out and just seeing what sticks. Which I continue to be in favor of because it continues to produce results. So, we've got Versus Mode. That's dumb, we're not doing that. Online Mode, we'll be doing that. The Mix Shop. This is where you can customize your gear. We'll talk more about that in a minute. The profile is all my achievements. Don't look at these, don't look at these. Settings. So we gotta have Blood and Gore on, obviously. Subtitles, pretty basic stuff. We can turn the music down, not that we would. Basic options, but good options. Good options are good. We are going to be playing on easy, by the way. Not because I'm worth this particular squib, but because this game is so buggy and the bosses are so padding in terms of how much health they have, that we don't want to be playing this on hard. Trust me. So. Obviously, we've got 4-player co-op, so before we go any further, we immediately have to give a co-op positive, and then give another one. Is it lazy difficult? You know, I actually don't know. I'm not sure I can find out either. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any information on what the difficulty is. We know that they adjust the health, but that's all I know about. Hang on. It doesn't actually say it all. Of course it doesn't say. Let's assume it is. Right, so. I mean, I don't know, I've seen some beat-em-up games do proper difficulty design. And now I'm just waiting on Shadow Machine. Because there's no plug and play, so we have to start or stop or whatever, so. So now I'll just sit here. Well, you was right about assuming the orcs. The orcs. Anyways. Oh, we can actually set up hotjoin. Okay. We'll be starting at the beginning, obviously. The very beginning. Yep, there we go. Oh, well, whatever. There's that shit in my shine. Alright. So we're gonna... I kinda wish I could reset a little bit. I'll show off Flash Gets last, because that's gonna be the one I'm gonna stick with. So let's do the basic guns first. There we go. Let's see, what kind of hots we got? Yeah, I've got a tank for a hat, I've got a helmet for a hat, I've got a squig for a hat, I've got a target practice for a hat. Got all kinds of hats, monsieur. Got a jaw for a hat. Got a Russia for a hat. We'll do no hat to start with. That sounds acceptable. Let's see. We gotta be with the Death Skulls, obviously.
Gutracker is the meanest, greenest, and fightiest war in the whole of the galaxy. That's the truth, and it's led by the flashiest, shootiest, dirtiest git, Ogric Gutracker. He's the boss, the best, the baddest. Now he's here to crunch some humans before they all run away. Whoa! The Humies call this place Lutius. Lutius. Stupid name, stupid Humies. The Humies been drilling for the gold juice here for ages. Pumping it out, sticking it in their battle wagons to make them go through. Now we want it for our wagons. Make them go through instead. The Imperial Room is giving us a right fight, but they ain't stopping war, Gutracker. Oh no. We's gotta take the loot out of Lutius, cause we's the biggest, the bestest war around. Wah! Eat darker puny Humies! Wah! You's having fun there, Carcass, me old mate. Yeah, boss, yeah. Wah! That hair squig is snazzy, ain't it, Carcass? I reckon it'd look more snazzy on my head. Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? I's the boss, so I get the snazziest things. You, I'm having this. Whoa! You thieving git!
And let that be our tone setter. Our plot, and the motivation thereof, is to get our hair back. I am not making that up. Right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So this is what we call a right proper beat 'em up. We got to beat them up. We can't reach them. We got to figure out this here double job. Yes, there we go. Get out of my way, Humies.
Stick bomb time!
Oops.
Stick bomb time!
Listen, Miss Jordan. Mr. Jordan. Senor Jordan. Look, I don't know. Okay. There's been lots of killing today. So wants me hair back. I mean, you can see how I personally would be very motivated by the desire to get my hair back. Yeah, Gretchen.
Never enough, Dakar.
Keep out! All salvage is property of the Imperium.
For the Emperor!
Correct. We do not share a screen. So Titan mode does that. It prevents, heat generation and ammo usage for the duration, allows us to shoot quite quickly. We generate WOG by, killing, obviously. This may sound very strange, but this is definitely the kind of game you want to play for the story axis, not for the gameplay axis. The gameplay is actually not all that great, as weird as that sounds. As I already mentioned, this is a beat-em-up, and one of the most typical and common concepts of the beat-em-up is what we refer to nowadays as the Red Room, or the Wet Wall, if you prefer. It's, you have to beat all the enemies within an area to proceed. Pretty basic concept. If you've ever played Devil May Cry, you know where the term comes from, but a lot of games use the Red Wall. In fact, literally uses the Red Wall. It's literally just a red wall. Blood or demons or whatever. This goes all the way back to the old days, like even Renegade, arguably the first beat-em-up ever made, has the Red Wall concept. Beat all enemies, progress. Attention green skins. This vessel remains property of the Imperium of Man. Looting will be punishable by death. So I've shown off this gun. Let's go ahead and show it off. This gun's a little bit different, say. This gun's a little more visceral. Problem is it generates heat. It actually has infinite ammo, but it generates heat, so... But yeah, the beat-em-up concept has continued to use the Red Room even as recently as a game like, say, Devil May Cry 5. Oh, excuse me. This is where we do upgrades. I'm pretty sure I've actually bought everything already, but... so the idea here is there's the different guns, and I'll be showing them off as we go, but I've already bought everything. But yeah, you buy stuff, it costs you the stuff you find at level, basic stuff. As you can see, and I can prove this, I've only played through this game once, so a single playthrough is enough to buy all the weapons. Yay. Not enough to buy all the hats. In fact, I don't think I can afford a single hat right now. Yeah, I'm right. So I'm going to have to be saving up my bits so I can buy them. Oh, sorry, my bits. We're actually going to be using Teef, as we should be, in order to buy myself some more hats. Hats do not have stats. Another red room. Gotta have a red rooms. I keep shooting Shadow Machine thinking he's one of the bad guys. Sorry, Shadow Machine. There's no friendly fire, so that's fine. Well, first of all, get rid of the red rooms entirely. Second of all, make it so the bosses aren't giant beat-em-up bosses with tons and tons of health. And third, I guess that's it. Maybe change up the enemy design a little bit. A very, very common trend in beat-em-ups, and I know this isn't exclusive to beat-em-ups, is to have there be clans, right? In the old days, like on the NES era and the arcades, that was usually literally different gangs, right? Like in Double Dragon or in River City Ransom, for example. Each gang had their own appearances and their own things that they did. You know, they had a slight variance in terms of gameplay. Weapons they would use, strategies, health, you get it. Same thing here, obviously. Because we got the orcs, then we got the humies, and there's a couple of other things as we go. Also, monster closets, which is a very beat 'em up kind of thing. Oh, I actually died. It's alright. We got checkpoints every time we pass by one of those things. Let's switch off of this, because I'm actually not a big fan. Let's switch over to the slugger. This is the gun you use when all the other guns suck. In this point. I do not have a melee. Oh yeah, no, like I said earlier, Dakota, the story axis is definitely one of the game's stronger suits, as the gameplay is actually quite weak. Did I mention that we're on easy and I just got my face handed to me on the tutorial level? We will beat this game today, almost guaranteed. The only thing that will slow it down is bugs. Because this gun sucks. Let's try out this shotgun. Gotta see how shooty this is. I mean, how shooty this is. We already got it. This is another common thing. Left 4 Dead actually does this, believe it or not. Which is funny, because Left 4 Dead does have a lot of similarities with the beat-em-up genre. Seriously. Everything I just talked about with regards to what makes a beat-em-up is present in Left 4 Dead. For example, right now we're waiting on a thing to finish, so we can progress. Sound familiar? How about the different clans and the different styles of enemies based on which area you're at? Or the mini-bosses? Don't mistake me, I'm not saying Left 4 Dead is a beat-em-up, I'm just saying. It's funny how much bleed over there is when it comes to genres. So the shotgun's pretty nice. It is exactly what a shotgun should be. It's essentially spread fire if you played, you know, like Contra. Shadow machine there. The music is on point, I would say. And yeah, as usual, there's a super kill mode, like most beat-em-ups have. Some of you probably remember this as Titan mode or God... what was it called in God of War? Second-person shooter. It's told from the perspective of the people you're shooting. That's actually an interesting idea. You have to shoot from the perspective of the people, like, you gotta get it. There's also loot you can find in little hidey holes like this. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure those are static, as in once you get it once, you never get it again. Because I've gotten most of those. Boss time! Oh, no, never mind. This is a red room. Although, if there's one screen that personifies this game, it's this one right here. You can play this with a controller, of course. At that point, it kind of becomes a twin stick. It's in my first mini-boss. rocket launcher. Exactly what you'd imagine. Very slow reload. One shot at a time. Big ass AoE.
Listen up! I beat your boss fair and square. You is my boys now. There's a thieving git called Gutwrecker what stole something off me. Who wants a scrap to help me get it back? We needs to find a way off this soggy planet and onto Gutwrecker's ship. And it's that way! Where the humans are flying away. What do you say, boys? To the Yumi shags! Let's get crumping!
Vlog. Yeah, we're not a war boss yet. Right now, we's just a boss.
This is it, boys! Drop the gates!
You know, there's other ways to open your gate. Okay. Ironically, I was going to argue for a plus to external continuity. But that's because I know everything that's going to happen in this campaign. So hang on, let me jot down some thoughts really quick. This is a very short game, so there's going to be, you know, a decent amount of time of just typing. I'll try not to type up full notes until afterwards, not to bog the stream down too much. But yes, plus to external continuity. Sprite work, duh. Brickwork, duh. Tone, humor, dialogue, voice acting, intro. Music. I already mentioned music. Co-op, obviously. Oh yeah, this is going to be the weirdest game. This is going to be a beat 'em up that is higher on story than gameplay. I'm predicting it right now. We'll jot down a potential for kit. See, the thing is, part of the thing I was trying to show off earlier is the kit isn't great. I've already shown off the basic types of both basic games. We've got a Shooter, which is just a higher clip than that, which has higher damage. The shotgun, which, by the way, fun little fact, it isn't actually hit scan. It's just very fast projectiles. I'm not sure if it's count. Barely, act. Then we've got the rocket launcher, of course, and then there's the Scorcher, which is this thing. And that's kind of it. That's your basic weapon types. Now, hang on, there are some varieties to those, so we're going to show off those as we go, because thankfully, I've already unlocked everything, so I don't even need to worry about all this nonsense. So, now we could go ahead and show off the Splinter Shooter. Doesn't look like much, but we'll show off what's different about it in just a second. There you go. So you see that? The bullets have piercing, and when they pierce, they actually spread. Oh yeah, by the way, that's actually really important. I meant to point that out earlier. If I pick up a health up, Shadow Machine gets it too, and vice versa. Now, I think there's like some asterisk rules on that, but at the very least we both get health when we get health. It's like when we grab this, see, we both got health from that. Showing off the background here. Gotta have the skulls. Wouldn't be the Imperium without skulls. We also need to talk about enemy variety. there's a bit of enemy variety in this. It's not super amazing enemy variety, but the different enemy clans, gangs, do actually operate a little bit differently from each other. Okay, he already took mine. Sorry, the Empiri Room. We've got stuff like these Empiri Room kids. Who wants to get crumping with me? I will also say, I know this, I say this a lot, but it's a really good thing this game is so short. And the reason why is, like a lot of beat-em-ups, there's not a lot of depth to it. This is a game that would get very, very old if it was too much longer.
You can never have enough duck.
You don't want a game that with this intensity to drag, because it's just for about 4 hours. That's how long it took us last time, anyways. So now we're going to see our first mid-level enemy type, our first escalation. Guys with shields would take a little bit more to pull down. Okay, nothing too fancy. But I see me some teeth. We're going to get the teeth. Yeah. Where's the Teef? You can also pick up heavy weapons and just use them. Gameplay varies slightly between factions. We'll talk more about that as we go. There's 3 or 4 factions in this game. And we'll be, of course, showing up all of them. Jesus, Twitch. Can you stop sucking slightly less? Just a little. That's all I'm asking. A little less suckitude. I know you really need that extra money, so you've been pulling tricks, but you need to suck a little bit less. Okay, so that's the split shooter. Here's the 6 shooter. I don't know. We're going to have to hope at that. That's a lemon rust, which should absolutely wipe the floor with us. Let's ignore that for a second. The 6 shooter is more or less exactly what it sounds like. It is your typical revolver type gun. Long. Nothing too fancy about it. But then you've got this attack. This is actually one of my favorite guns. No, really. This is actually a shotgun, believe it or not. It's useless on bosses, but it's really, really nice everywhere else. Because, well, I think it's self-evident why. But, hang on. For this guy, let's go pull this thing out. I'm about to die. Look out. There we go. Gotta rock out of the music. If we do, I don't know about it, Darker. I hear it's more like $1,000 for a ambulance. This is the Seeker missiles. We have regular ones. There's the different stats, too. There's also the Stinky Bomb launcher. And the Squig Mine launcher. We'll switch to this for now. Did I lose the shot machine? Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. I have hot swap on, so I'm just going to sit here and wait. Yes, this is a rocket launcher in a less dangerous situation. You also get a plasma pistol. I actually forget what plasma pistol does. Hang on. No, the plasma pistol. Ah, yeah. This is another overheat weapon. Yes. So anytime someone hot swaps, you reload to the previous checkpoint. There's actually quite a few checkpoints, but for example, if we're at like the 3/4 mark in a checkpoint and someone joins, we have to redo the whole section. I should mention this game is pretty buggy. I think I've said that before. And so I have a lot of experience with, hey, it's over. With having to redo entire sections of a level over and over again because of disconnection issues. Hopefully we won't see too much of that today, but it's definitely a problem. As much as I like this game, and I do, it's pretty buggy. I'm hoping we won't run into the soft blocky kind of a bug that we've already run into. Because I don't like the plasma gun all that much. It's whatever. And I already kind of showed this off, but this really starts to shine indoors. Yes, I am playing co-op. That's a good question. How do we feel about this reality, everybody? Just a second, I thought that was a pile of bodies. I remember, no, it's not that kind of a game. I swear. Oh, duh, I'm blind.
My life for the Emperor!
I think Shadow Machine already showed this one off. Oh, never mind. This is a different one. So this is the Death Laser. The downside of the Death Laser is as soon as you start firing, your turn radius goes to hell. Here, watch this. So watch my character. I can turn very, very quickly. It's just based on my mouse. But as soon as I actually do this, this is my turn speed. Also, notice you literally take damage if you overheat, as I'm just showing off there. So that's cool. Okay. And then we got the snaz gun. I need to show this off, too. This is my favorite of the machine gun variants right here. The longer you hold it down, the faster you shoot. It's a Gatling gun. It's a Gatling gun. Oh yeah, no, the laser and the Gatling gun are both. That's your boss stuff. Need something a little more AoE for all the trash. Yeah, the Ogrins are actually pretty mean in this one. Most of the big mobs are pretty mean. Think a Bobo from Double Dragon, if you remember that. There's a reason why one of the most common strategies for dealing with the Bobos... or Adobos? Oh, God, I can't remember. Whatever. The big guys is to just knock them off a pit rather than fight them normally. No wind-up time. You're just shooting immediately. Like that. Oh, also, it's all on number wheels. You don't have to use this thing. You just tap the correct number. Correct act. So, you can shoot, unshoot, switch, shoot, unshoot, switch, unshoot. For all intents and purposes, we are a Flash Kids, yes. I think we're literally playing a Flash Kid, actually. Changes the type of grenade you get, too. Yeah, there's some weird exploration, platforming kind of stuff in this game. That's where most of the extra Teef are. For buying the guns. Yes, off to a good start. Platforming is also... well, it's very Flash. And if you've played a Flash game, you probably know exactly what I mean by that without even having to describe it. Other abilities. Yes, my other abilities. There's your melee. There's your grenades. Which are, of course, completely useless. I do admit I should probably use super mode more often, but I tend to save it for bosses and what's funny is this is the first boss fight. Sure.
Vile Xenos! How dare you profane the sacred territory of the Imperium of Man!
Oh, never mind that, you Yumi. I's got a deal for ya. Give us your dagger, and I won't rip your head off.
Ha! This glorious war machine belongs to the Emperor, as does Luteus.
That's why you're wrong, Yumi. This planet is green.
I will purge your filth from the Emperor's world! For the Imperium! Fire!
We might die in this fight a couple of times. To be honest about that. Whoops. This is also the first boss we had that soft glitch. Soft lock glitch on that I mentioned earlier. Oh, you notice that low runner waiting for others to enter? Yeah, that's just going to be there forever now. At least until we load the new level. That's just life. That was on the wrong gun. You notice there's a red beam there, by the way, that's still shooting from nothing. See that? Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, we're both dead. The red beam's still there. So, round 2. No mid-mission checkpoints on bosses. I'll take ownership of that. I literally had the wrong gun equipped. Yeah, no, this is pretty much the example of familiarity effect in a nutshell. Banking on the fact that it's an orky game rather than being a good. Should spawn Shadow Machine with more health, yeah, because the health you spawn with depends on the health of the people who are still alive. Wrong gun. By the way, we're on easy, just as a fresh reminder of why we're on easy. Okay, health get. I mean, the fact that Metal Slug is still the king of that this day probably says something. Do you like that animation that played after we killed him? Yeah, the loading is very... You're probably starting to see a little bit of what I mean. Here, hang on. Let me screw my load up for a second. Right, Giga Pudding. Time for us to show what a real warg is by launching the squigs at him. And I'm dead. Oh, wow. We're here to please.
Destroy all things!
The irony is this should be a lot funner than it is, and it really isn't. So I'll show off the shotgun cannon. I haven't shown off the burner stick yet. So this is the shotgun pistol, which is exactly what it sounds like. And just the straight-up bolter. The bolter. Doesn't look very fancy, right? Much more damage and explosive, so there's a small bit of AoE now. We got this thing. This is a gun that honestly kind of sucks in a game this high-paced, because you have to charge it up and then release in order to do anything. It does decent damage though, and it is an AoE. This turns the shotgun into a shot flame gun. But this is the real one. You actually probably saw Shadow Machine use this earlier. Problem is, it generates heat, and if you're paying any level of attention, it's very difficult to keep track of your own heat. And very easy to overheat, which just does damage to you in a game that has little healing and lots of damage incoming. Generally speaking, in my experience, heat weapons are not worth the extra effort, because they're just going to damage you more than the enemy. That took me an hour to do last night, Mortal, by the way. But you're welcome. I'm glad someone noticed.
You should have been blue!
Okay, so that pistol sucks. We're gonna go back to the basics. Slugger. And, we're actually gonna go with the Snaz gun. Show off the double barrel boomstick. And I actually think I want... No, I do want that. And the kill saw. It's a chainsaw. But it generates heat. Sorry. Circular saw. You probably have already noticed, too, there's a little bit of a feedback problem. Somebody even commented on it earlier. People don't really react until they're dead. And in several cases, it's hard to tell if you're actually doing damage or not. By the nature of it. Oh, yeah, by the way. This is the double shotgun. It is literally the shotgun with double the shots. It is literally a double shotgun. Those are incredibly short range.
Look what I found!
So this is inexplicably a platforming level, if it's not obvious. The enemies have become much weaker and much more numerous. sewer level see?
Stick for time.
I think there's something.
The All-Seeing Emperor.
Pacing is good. Early game. That's the other thing. The game is rather about its kill planes in some areas.
Attack for everyone. Never enough, Dakar! Now stay down! Never enough, Dakar! Stick for time!
Actually ditto, Ginger Ninja. Listen, crazy horse. Here to get ourselves the proper loonies, the proper shinies. The shiniest and the looniest, the better. Hold me air back. So, you know these types of sections. It's horizontal, but this is an elevator. And I'm dead. Frickin' crocodile. Or alligator, or whatever it is. Got that. Go back to that. There we go.
Ow! Down! Ow! Ah! 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 Ow!
Warhammer 40k, yes, Christmas. Let's ban the orcs! Greenest and the best. Used that on the boss earlier. That's my fault for being stupid.
You never have enough, Dakar!
Red room. There's a lot of red rooms. What's it all the humans living down here in the sewers? Ain't they got better places to be?
More Dakar!
Metal Slug is silly in terms of its difficulty. And I think that is the best word I could use there. It gets silly.
Loot, loot, loot! Ow!
What is this weird dying? I'm sure it's nothing. Just a weird Hume. Come here, weird Hume. What's a gene stealer?
To buy myself a new hat!
I mean, we just took down a Baneblade by ourselves.
Stick bomb time! More Dakar!
But yeah, of course. I mean, honestly, of course there's a gene stealer down here. Why wouldn't there be? Being real for a second. So, third clan now. And eventually they all get eaten. It's like trying to... Oh god, I forget the quote. Someone once described it as like... It's like trying to convince the turkey to get in the oven themselves by making a cult to, you know... You. God, I'm saying that terribly, but... You get the general idea. Shootas are just hungry, okay? Given how life apparently is in this setting, is that really so bad of a way to go? I mean, you're dead when they eat you, right? Right? With care. what else would you find in here, honestly? It's a fuel processing facility. Refining, excuse me, refining facility. Yeah, Twitch is being Twitch, and has been for a few days now. I don't know why it's still being Twitch. It's our latest iteration of the Heavy. Probably starting to notice a bit of a trend. I mentioned earlier the different clans, but honestly, most of them don't really play all that differently in terms of style. The littles are still the littles, the bigs are still the bigs. There's usually a range, and there's usually someone who has, like, an extra ability, and that's kind of it. It's not terrible enemy variety, but it's not great, and the encounter construction is probably the weakest part of it. Most enemy encounters are just, here's 15 of this guy. Oh, come on. Alright. Oh, I can't change my hat. No! I can't change my hat. I'm very sad about that. I can't even afford a hat. It's so sad. No hat for me. My favorite thing about a good beat 'em up is constantly having the crap beat out of me by someone I can barely see off screen.
Stick bomb time!
Oh, excuse me. Good news, by the way, we're approaching the halfway point of the game. I do agree, though, positioning is good. Yeah, speaking of which, we have to give a separate bug negative for checkpointing and, well, game-breaking bugs, essentially. We had some issues, like I said. You know how you have to be grouped up in order to progress? Well, we've had some issues when playing this multiplayer, where it wouldn't acknowledge that we were all grouped up, so it wouldn't move forwards. So we couldn't progress. Oh, it's a fun game. It's just a good thing that it's as short as it is. As I said earlier. Whoop. This is a game that would overstay its welcome very, very quickly. I don't know, Crazy Norse. I think eventually they could win. If the writers let them. Yeah, that is what it boils down to, after all. And yes, I know, apparently the status quo has been changing. I'll take people's word on that, but I have heard that. Hey, you are impressive. Get it? Okay, so moving on. Apparently it's gotten worse. I think I've heard of that Euro, no. Listen, as long as the Ultramarines are still the saviors of humanity, I'm okay with everything. And they're the bestest and the greatest, and their dicks are so big, you have no idea. You even got a real girlfriend now. She's in Canada. It's from another school. You wouldn't know her. But shut up. Sounds like you're insulting them. Bloody magpies! Okay. Mini boss time. Run gun, run gun. Run gun. Still not looking at it. There it is. So, next boss.
There's something a bit weird about this here, Yumi. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3... wait, 3? That's not right. He's got too many arms. What's making all that noise? What the... Uh-oh.
You trespass in the tabernacle of the all-seeing Emperor. Prepare to die.
You's just funny-looking Yumis. What's you gonna do to a big orc like me? Huh?
So this boss is a little different from the last one. Waiting for him to do his move, and he keeps not doing it. Fine, screw it. There we go. Come on, face to. Let's do it. Yeah, no kidding, Loner. I do love how they've painted over the cathedral with papers warning citizens to alert for suspicious behavior. There's an irony about that I appreciate. Oh, then one other thing I like about the shotgun spread, I think I talked about it earlier. It also inflicts fire damage, because this is technically a plasma shotgun. Actually, no. There's I can tell, Blades of all. And yes, that means this game actually kind of sucks to play as single player.
Die! Wait for rain!
I still need to check out the difficulty thing. Don't let me forget about that. Based on my experiences, I would say it's balanced around 2 players, especially since there's actually a pretty good built-in resonance mechanic I've already told you about. If you're single player, you go back to the last checkpoint, I think. I shouldn't say that sentimentally. I think you go back to the last checkpoint. If you're dual player, you spawn with an amount of health based on the person's existing health when you spawn with them. Now that sounds like a weird mechanic, but the reason that's there is it encourages them to not necessarily hold off on healing before you spawn, because when you spawn with the health they already gained, right? So there's no detriment. That's true, collectible. Over there.
Oh, you bunch of weaklings! I ain't even shot you yet! Huh? Oh, come on, don't just ignore me, you runts! Get back here for a proper crumping! What the? That wasn't me!
Better designed than the first one, though, Blade 12. The Bane Blade is honestly kind of a bad boss in several ways. So, run! We failed at this the first time we did this. So this should be fun. Yep, as usual, load bearing cold. I don't know enough about the lore Trehex here to really answer that, although Andrew says no, so I'm going to defer to his judgment on that. It's okay, they know how to build new refineries in 40k, right? Right? Like all this damage. They'll be able to build this place in no time. I actually find it funny. Several science fiction is, and not just this one, Dune does this too, is built on the idea that they can't make anything new, so they have to always use, whatever's old, right? And just keep reusing it and repurposing it forever. Right? Maybe? We come from over here? Yeah, we came from over here. But I find it interesting because some science fiction is based on the exact opposite conceit. That one individual can make. There we go. There we go. An entire world's worth of infrastructure, right? Like Subnautica or Factory. StarCraft or Total Annihilation. And yeah, in Dune, there's a deliberateness to it, because, I mean, there usually is. Stagnation. It's a common theme in fiction, regardless of sci-fi. It's super hot. Interesting question, Traxy. I don't know. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. On fire? Fear not. Request permission to stop, drop, and roll from your direct superior. Oh, I can't. Well, shoot, this is gonna be a thing. And we're dead. Checkpoints. After the escape, I need to pause to take some notes, because I haven't in, like, 20 minutes. Now, this game, 20 minutes is a huge chunk of gameplay. Hey, Just Shadix.
Never enough data!
You again. How many times are we gonna crump you, little bugger? Come here. I'll show you how you do it green style. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. No. Alright, hang on. I need to jot down some thoughts really quick. Okay. Good time to pause. theocratic. A theocratic corporation. That sounds terrible. Okay. Yeah, but like, I should. What's the difference between an organized religion and a corporation? They're the same image. All right. No, yeah, I'm gonna give a plus to the. Oh, I don't know why I said Gene's team was the patriarch. Tax status. You know what? Actually, yeah. Checkpoints. That was the other big thing. Imagine giving a positive for mid-mission checkpoints. Holy crap. Seriously, Shadow Machine? Oh god, yeah, you're not here. I will wait. Oh no. So I remember us having to restart this checkpoint like 3 or 4 times. Because someone kept shutting down here. I hope that's not a regular thing. Yes, I accept. After Mercenaries and Project Wingman. Both of which are like, checkpoints! Those are for babies! We're here to play real games. So now we're fighting Gene Stealers and Humies. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two, but, you know. Get good! Oh yeah, so these guys suck. I think this is our first actually elite mob. We've had heavies, but this is an elite. Ogrins with shields. Enough said. She used a... Oh, there's a squig. Come here, squiggy boy. Also, there's some teeth in the upper left, Shadow Machine. Oh, I can afford a new hat. Remind me to buy a new hat. And that's to chat with hat. To cat. I don't know. Look, I'm terrible. I don't know what you want from me. They do actually fight each other. There is a faction flag. Thank God. Really quick. We need the boy hat. Alright, chat. We got the metal mohawk, the cap, glasses, guardsman helmet, simple helmet, skull, soldier helmet, spike hat, and the connected helmet. What do you think? What do you think? Leiteville says mohawk, Bregman says mohawk, Andrew says guardsman. Nobody else cares. See more mohawks. You do it. Metal mohawk. Confirmed. Put it on. Put it on. Why can't I change my hat? Ah, whatever. Work with care, or else.
The Emperor protects!
Who? Yeah, this is when I really started to like this shotgun, is this level right here. Yeah, let me put on my hat, game. Come on. Let me restart the match just to put on a hat. Come on.
You never have enough data!
Oh yeah, doodads. I should put that down too. Yeah, I saw that up there. I was just thinking doodads, and yeah, the doodads in this game are actually surprisingly good. Sadly, I haven't gotten to Crossbump 2 yet, but I'll get there someday, hopefully. What do you think of it so far? No spoilers. Because if you spoil, so help you.
Stick bomb time!
I do like base building a lot. I also know that they tried to genre hop, which honestly I'm kind of in favor of. I mean, SteamWorld, right? Warning. Green skin activity registered within city limits. Eliminated at all costs.
Medic!
Beware of Xeno's threat. Stay vigilant. I fight with courage and honor. Beware of the enemy that lurks within. Listen in here. The Emperor calls for you. The MP room provides. Purge the unclean. And yeah, there's just random incinerators here. Don't think too much about that.
Take it down!
That's a lot of trash. Listen, don't think about the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people we've killed in this playthrough. All in the quest to get our hair back. I mean, how many people wouldn't kill hundreds and hundreds of people to get good hair? Honestly. Be real. Meanwhile, there's scrawlings in the wall that say, "Hail the Starborn." The Starborn comes. A lot of teeth for some reason. We are all children of the stars. Like, I get the inference, but what do the Tyranids have to do with stars? How are we feeling about the kit? I've already shown off every gun. We've already kind of settled on my personal favorites. Keep your coupon at the ready or lose food privileges. Wall rat. Hot something this month. There we go. Wall rat. Caught fresh this morning. Oh my god. Yeah. Unfortunately, I could easily feel a negative for viscerality and for hit. This is a nice gun. And there are a few other nice guns. So maybe like one positive, one negative, I don't know. It's the Mega Man 3 problem. Example, but you get it. Some of the weapons are useful. Some of them are not. And yeah, there's no upgrades. There's just use a different gun. That's kind of what I was thinking, Blade Jamal. Like as I just said. Little things I do like. I think I'm going to give a positive for guidance. Do you notice the cabling that shows us exactly where to go for this particular quest? There's little stuff like that all throughout the levels that help you to know where to go, even when it seems like the layout is confusing. You'll notice, like, only 3 or 4 times I've been like, where am I supposed to go next? Yep, exactly, Loner. So it looks like they've been doing a good job of killing the gene stealers here. Xenos. I guess those aren't Xenos. Traitors, I guess? So, finally actually fighting some proper guard here. We all know proper guard is when they have vehicles. Freaking finally. Guesswork, Blade Roll. Alright, hang on. Before we move forward, I want to jot down a couple of thoughts. I already mentioned kit. I'm going to mention another kit. Viscerality. Yeah, we've already killed a frickin' Layman Roos. And a Baneblade. Okay. So now, we start fighting Space Marines. You knew it was coming. Game. There we go. 5 minutes daily rest allowance. Excessive sitting will be punished. Stairs out of order. Please take the elevator. Keep appendages inside the elevator. I'm doing my part to prevent dismemberment in the workplace.
Stick bomb time!
I just want you all to appreciate this room for a second. So obviously it's in use, right? He's got this nice painting and a chandelier. He's got his, like, I don't know what those are called. Drapes going on. He's got his own picture up there. He's got his chair, of course, with candles on it. And he's got, like, this call for help or whatever thing. And there's his servitor, which is, like, handing him his letter. And yeah, he's on a golden throne. I mean, come on, right? This is what I mean when I say the attention to detail visually is much more impressive than the game itself is. Servo skull, yeah. Immediately underneath his golden throne is a pile of trash and bodies. Immediately under it. Extremely on the nose. Don't care. Hang on. Like I like to say, prisoners, if you're gonna be ridiculous, own it. Chaplain! Chaplain! White Scar. So much paperwork in this place, God. Well, I guess this is a fuel depot, so. Combat in the war room is strictly prohibited. Commissar Strangelove. You ever want to play as one of the Toho bosses? Because that's what this is. Bullet Heaven, actually, is apparently the proper term for that. I didn't come up with that. Don't look at me. Ignore the bugginess. Things are so bad. How do they have this many people? Who's having this much sex in this setting? Slanesh. Big and elevator bosses. I don't remember Von Falkenstein. That game was giving us so many issues that I might not have. Or I might have just looked at it briefly and said, yep, this is what this is. Either way, I do not remember, folks. Guy is having submission. Oh my god! Whoa! Hey, he's still going. He's still going. Holy crap! That's terrifying. The pieces of his corpse. Oh my god! It's still going. Ah! He's still there. Oh Jesus! He's still ragdolling. Okay, he despawned. He despawned. We're okay. We're okay. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, dude.
Take it down.
Making sure. So there's actually a bug we kind of have just been skipping over. I don't know if it's because both of us are aware of the bug or not. So at the end of a stage, there's a spot which triggers the end of the stage. That makes sense. Like, right? You get to the goal and then you're done. The thing is, it's a specific spot. As in, it's not the entire end of the stage. So here, let me physically demonstrate. So imagine for a moment that this line right here is the actual end of the stage, okay? So this is where there is no more stage. Over here is the end of stage spot. If I go past this, and then Shadow Machine goes to this, right here, we can't finish the stage until we figure out where the actual stage end trigger is, because it's just one spot, not like a range towards the end of the stage. That took us a while to figure out the first time through, because we could not figure out why the stage would not progress. And it's not a big deal, but it does indicate the level of bugs I've pointed out several times this playthrough. Like, I get the really strong impression this game just wasn't QA tested. If it was, it only got 1 or 2 passes. Oh, by the way, that same problem is exactly why the boss soft lock problem exists that I talked about earlier. Because that's the same for boss rooms. The trigger for entering a boss room is one specific spot, not the whole area.
Naga, naga, naga! Stick bomb time!
There it goes. Speaking of.
Soggy neck? That's a big Tim boy.
Attention, Orc! You face Lord Horik Canorum, son of High King Valeric Canorum, High Prince of House Canorum, Master of the Blade of Gaia, Keeper of the Gates of Loralo, Wielder of the Caloric Flame, Bringer of Hope, Herald of the Holy Order of the Adamantine Lance, the Paladin of Koto, Slayer of the Lion of successor, the triumphant, the light of stars, the Eradicator.
You what?
I am Lord Horit Canorum, son of High...
Whatever.
Plus the story. Also, one of the better songs in the game, in my opinion. Oops.
What a fancy bomber! Look at all that dakka! Oh yeah, that'll do nicely! Ah. In I goes!
Are you worried about the fact that you have a hole in your ship?
Ah, sog it! This ain't the front end!
I guess not.
Oh, me head! Aha! Here it is! Ooh, that is a lot of buttons, ain't it? Now then, what does this one do? Alright then, so now I grabs this stick. And, maybe this one. No, not that one. Oh, aha! This must be the right one. Uh-oh, that ain't good.
Okay, let's... Hang on.
In blue, then maybe you would have been lucky.
So now we on board an Orky ship. I'll talk about that in a second. I need to look something up very briefly. Give me 1 second, please. Damn it. There's so little information about this game. There we go. I found it. Oh my god, Shadow Machine, that sounds terrible. Okay, I got all those titles in. Let's do this. My biggest problem with Broforce was that it was extremely easy to die. Also, apparently these are the bad moons. According to that. I know that's just kind of common for these type of games, but yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why other people bother with things like hulls on their ships. We just walk from one part of the ship to the other in space. Yeah, what's a vacuum? Sounds like a hummy thing. Yes. Squig up there. Yeah, how do you think an Olk managed to pilot a ship up here by hitting one button? Did they ever, like, commit to getting rid of that? Because I know they started getting rid of that, the whole Olk relief thing. What are knobs on this ship, jeez. I might be misremembering, but I remember people talking about an attempt at a retcon on that. Good morning, Eva. Hope you're having a proper morning this day. Get your squig in. Make sure you're staying healthy. Donald takes your teeth. Don't question it. Don't question it. Okay, good.
Look what I found!
Some teeth over here. No. So yeah, there's like no gravity zones, but only where the hole is open. It's very video gamey, but also very orky. You didn't call me the law boss for nothing, Luke. No, it's orcs. There's no orcs here. There's only orcs. But yes, we're bad moon clan specifically. Whoa. You spawn all of them at the same time. I'd really appreciate that.
Never enough data! Stick your time!
Most hilarious 40k game. I don't know, what do y'all think? Is there one I'm not thinking of that surpasses it? You know, I'm not sure, DB Dimitri. Oh god, Fire Warrior. We don't talk. I actually did a little looking into Fire Warrior after someone mentioned it the last time it came up. I'm glad I never played that game. Whoa there. Ah! In the grim darkness of the future, there's only the crane! I mean, hi. This is, oh, okay, we're alright. We're alright. When I did my first video on Space Marine, the first game, I got a lot of comments saying how weird it was. I'm saying it wrong. I myself commented on how weird it was that the orcs were being portrayed in such a horrific and nightmarish, light, like as if they were horror monster movies. Horror movie monsters. Everyone in chat was in the comments was like, "What are you talking about? They are." Gillican! Wait, there's such a thing as civilians in this setting? Why didn't anybody tell me? Time to kill them and turn them into part of the war machine. No, the war machine. To kill the cam, please. Please. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's right. We need more corpse starch. 2 killer cans. The only thing better than a killer can is 2 killer cans. What's better than 2 killer cans? 1, 2, 3. 3 killer cans. What's better than 3 killer cans? Hang on. Oh my god, we're dead. Wow, those missiles. Hammered it. Oh yeah, I'm extremely not looking forward to it, Mr. Rood. It's gonna be a terrible run. An old doctor. This thing's home really well for being orc missiles. Excuse me, orc missiles. Look at that, Jesus. There we go. That is a lot of teeth. Can we take all that teeth? No. How about this teeth? Can we take this teeth? Look, I was promised looting in the title. Please let me loot the teeth. I've already shot the shooty part in. Please loot the teeth. Lore goes out of his way to avoid the actual lore of Warhammer 40k, because the actual lore of Warhammer 40k is terrible. So, I'll take this in Dawn of War. Thanks. As in... I'm not sure which one of those is the one I mean. Mr. Red. As in Dark Souls. Let's just put it that way. I was actually talking about that during the Dawn of War 2 run. I actually made an attempt to look into the actual lore of the setting once. And that's not a mistake I have ever repeated. This is much more my speed. I'm curious which direction Rogue Trader will go in. Because I have noticed a lot of the games lean into one line or the other of the 40k flavor, let's call it that. You remember that song, Everything is Awful, Everything Sucks When You're Part of It? Yeah, that's the Warhammer 40k theme song.
Stick bomb time!
Okay. Yep, we're not gonna talk about the squigs we just saw. Suddenly not in the mood for lunch. Oh, wow.
But I should have been punished.
That is Shadow Machine, also our majority shareholder for the run. And the main reason this run was pushed to Monday. Make sure you can join us for it. Hey, it's the boss's chair. Whoa! Watch out for garbage. Yesterday we beat Project Wingman. No pressing, hands off. No touching. Yep, we have technically beat 3 games this last weekend. Yes, Project Wingman was a fun little jet game. With terrible level design, I spit on it. Sorry, what were we saying? Yeah, Ace Combat, I guess 11? Hello, Czar. Now, for what it was, I liked Project Wingman. However, I will admit, I will never play it again without cheating. Mid-mission checkpoints are just a thing. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's not true. I got up to where I was in like mission 9 without cheating? Something like that. 9 or 10. I know it was not yet 11. I got to mission 2 without cheating. I know that for certainty. Did we start cheating? This game is a game we're going to be beaten today! You know why? I should have worn my red tie. I should have worn my red tie. I'm so stupid. Nah, whatever. I've actually heard from a few people that Galactic Civilizations was supposed to be screw it, I'll do it myself. Or extra variety, but I don't know if that's true or not. Excuse me.
Oh, me head. Oof! Oi, watch it! There's boys down here!
Boss time. I want me hair back.
Oh, you sogging, stupid little geek gargays! You gone and done it now! Look what you did to me cruiser! I'm the git! Me? You give me back my squid, you sogging sogger! They likes me now more than you anyways! I fought a whole world to get that back! I'm gonna rip it right off your stupid pointy head!
By the way, we're cutting off the guessing game right now.
Has been and uses for getting something get. What? I's got a stomper, ain't I?
Abrupt. Oh god, I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. Or aim. Ah, there we go, there we go. Hey, hey, hey. You can put it towards up to 3 games of your choice, laser spec. And we lost Shadow Machine, which sucks. Yeah, our first layered health bar, though. No, there's no bugs in this game. What's a QA department? I think I've heard of that before. I'm just gonna kind of hover here and wait for Shadow Machine to reconnect. There we go, that's right. It's really strange. The story in this game is really good. For how, you know, this it is. Listen, we all know QA people are the first people to get fired, because they don't matter. In fact, let's just outsource it to another company entirely. There's a green health bar. How would we give them credit? Look, we have a policy that only people who do a primary amount of work on the game actually get credit in the game's credits. Yes, I know that means that you don't get credit on actually having worked on a game, which makes your resume harder to actually put together, but that's a you problem, not a me problem. You know, of all the things that AI could do, QA is probably one of the least things that they could do. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not sure how exactly that's even going to work. Like, how do you train a bot on what is a bug, or an issue, or a polishing problem, or anything like that? Yeah, there's no generic QA, right? Oh. Especially since QA don't just check for bugs. There's other things QA catches as well. That's how polishing comes into play. By definition, you cannot automate polish.
You know what, Ogruck? You was wrong, 'cause this looks snazzier on me.
I got my hair back.
Hang on a mo. It looks like this war is mine now. I'll call it War Teef Grabber. Yeah, yeah. I likes the sound of that.
In the rear, with the gear! Is probably roughly what that would sound like. The end. Yeah, I told you it'd be a short game. Nobody believes me. Thank you, Shadow Machine, for joining me for that. I hope you enjoyed.
Nothing to do, not even a minute to tear up the crew. Looking for somewhere to get composted when it's all free to fight like we need crop to drink. Looking for one for some humans to crush, to bring Armageddon and burn them to dust. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em low, give 'em plenty of dagger. Nothing's standing away. Nothing but words behind. Shootas for the Teef. Teef! Shootas blood and teeth! Shootas blood and teeth!
We're not quite done. We need to do a couple other very, very small tests really quick here. Hold me hat. Where's my metal mohawk? There we go. You know, that's true. We've got a couple of good Song of the Air potentials here. That's true, but I don't know if Dawnbreaker... Dawnbringer? Dawn Trial? Dawn something has any songs that'll qualify. Hey, Ryman. One moment, please. Wow. No, that's definitely more damage. Noticeably more damage that they're doing to me. Also notice that the enemy spawns have not increased, decreased, or anything. There's just the same levels as enemy, so I was right. I wonder if it's balanced around one player or two, or three or four. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, death just means immediately going back to checkpoint in single player. That's what I thought. That's actually it. That's all I wanted to test. No music? Does the music not want to... There he goes. Thank you, Ryman, for the sub. If you know what you want to put that towards, please let me know. I need to write down the stuff from earlier, too. That was the last boss here. So laser spec is going towards F-16, Cyberpunk, and FF7 R2. Laser spec. Thoughts on the art style? Your thoughts on the art style? Burn the interrogation spotlight onto you. War metal. Look, she's the one who's been professionally, literarily trained art style, so if you don't answer in 3 seconds, I won't get lunch. No, that's a joke. I'm hungry. Now I have to do a very quick audit. Thank you, Laser Spec. I'm surprised. I didn't think people liked the Deus Ex run. It is. No. We're gonna go ahead and run into Citizen Sleeper next. Did I not add it here? Oh, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Max Payne 3. Yes! I'm pretty sure that is on the list. I think Dakota donated to that just a few weeks ago. Alright. Enjoy the music. I will be right back. Why is this so quiet? Oh, whatever. It'll have to do. There we go. This is a speed run by Azrael179. Enjoy. Okay. I don't know why it's so quiet. I'll turn it up because like it's almost maxed. I don't know what the Farsight Enclaves is. Yeah, you gotta use the Storm Boy. What else are you gonna use? Alright, Here, I thought that was the Salamanders. The Ethereals are like, look, we got a job for you. His response is, yeah, no, I'm good. I got other things to deal with. What? The Months of Shame. That sounds terrible. With someone ringing a bell the entire month. How are we feeling about replayability on this one? Oh, right. I mean, I have never played this game alone other than testing purposes, and I never will. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? That's a good question, Blade Taval. See, I would lean towards no positive for replay specifically, because the thing that's replayable is the co-op, really. There's no real variety in the missions or levels or design or anything. The way you play is barely different, especially given the kid issues. It's definitely got some good co-op, but it gets positives for the good co-op. The only thing that lends itself towards replayability is exactly what I think Shadow Machine mentioned. It's really, really short. Don't forget, when you're playing alone, any death means going back to the last checkpoint. Exactly, Blitable. Hello, off the deeper end. How's your day going? Yeah, I think I'll axe that one. Yeah, it could be worse, don't mistake me. I'm just saying. Not a game I would play solo for a lot of reasons. That's just one of them. Yeah, not giving a negative for it. Plus 20 to story. And 100% ratio. Again, lol. That's a little trickier, Blade Jabal. We'll find out in a second. Alright, so. What do we got? How do you spam, alternate leveling, backtracking, best area bosses, bugs, builds, camera, cheats, choices, co-op, obviously. Controls, combat, mechanics, cosmetics, and not really, especially since you can't change in mid-game. Crashes, difficulty curve, counter rate and counter design, enemy AI, enemy variety. Post-game, fast travel, gotcha, graphics, grind, guidance. I did put that down, didn't I? Yes, I did. HUD, hyperbeam, info, interface, intro, itemization. Kit, late game, launch, levels, well, scaling, lighting, log, map, mini map, there's no map. Mid game, mid-mission checkpoints, MSQ, mod support, music, yes. Mid-game plus. There's a chapter select. Yep, exactly, Shadow Machine. Pacing. No. Padding. No. There is not 1 ounce of padding in this game. Other than the padding, obviously. Let's see. Penalty for failure. Power pressure. I already did, actually. Hem. Load of life features, replayability. We already talked about that. Respec, save system, There is kind of a respec, because you can just swap everything on the fly. Actually, I did see it, Evo. Thank you for your thoughts. I agree. It's very Flash, but in a good way. I have no idea why people... Well, actually, I know exactly why, but... It irritates me when people associate Flash with bad. Like, that's an insult word, right? Let's see, terrain design, trash design, design, tutorialization, unintentional skipping, unskippable cutscenes, viscerality, visual continuity, visual distinction, walkthrough artists, and Yoshi drums. I think that's it. That is a +5 to gameplay. We managed a net positive. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll stand by that. Which leaves me with the game, which is probably under the S's, if I were to guess. Nope. There it is. It is under the S's. I'm just blind. He's only up to the Baneblade? Jesus. Yeah, hang on. So, Shootas, Blood, and Teef, right? I'll just talk, because you can barely hear the game under there anyways. That is +20 to story, which puts it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th overall in our beat-em-ups. That's actually pretty impressive. True enough, Blade of all. That is 8.16 pluses per hour. And a ratio of 100%. Gameplay, +5. I think... Yep, that is our fourth worst gameplay we've covered. Because Devil May Cry 2 exists. But still, that is, ironically, 2.04 pluses per hour. Because what do you want? And a ratio of 63.16%, which is actually pretty bad. Leaving us our final golden number of... Can I get a drum roll, please? So let's look at the beat-em-ups here. What do we got? We've got negative 309 for Devil May Cry 2. Damn. So for a bit of a range, Arkham City is 138, and then it drops down substantially to Yakuza Kiwami 1, which is 60, and then Devil May Cry 4, which is 39. This game got a 69.2, beating out Yakuza Kiwami 1, which, weirdly enough, I actually stand by. Sure, that's a much meatier game, but also a lot more frustrating. And with a substantially worse story axis. There's a lot they did right in this game on the story axis. And then the gameplay's there. But that's actually still pretty solid. And that means our winner is Offshore Twitch account. By virtue of having guessed the highest. Yeah, a game carried entirely by its story score. Not the first time we've seen that. 69.2. Yeah, very Wind Waker. It kind of is, Crazy Horse. If I'm being completely honest, the co-op is what really salvages this on the gameplay axis. because several of those positives were for the co-op, and the game itself is very clearly designed around co-op, which it gets credit for. That's how that works. But if this was just a single-player game and they didn't adjust anything for that, this would not score anywhere near as well. Oh, that would be hilarious, Blade Travel. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and actually type up some real notes on this, get this uploaded, get this set up, and then later today, after I've rested a little bit because I'm developing a headache, we'll go ahead and we'll cover Citizen Sleeper, I believe, is next. I guess I could find out myself. Yes, Citizen Sleeper will be next, so see you around.